up, everybody? It is your girl, your babe, back at it again with another video. Hi, my name is Rosa. If you're new here, welcome. How are you? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join the fam. It's free. Literally, can't go wrong with free. I wanted to come on here because I have been MIA. By the time you watch this, I have literally been MIA for about a month and a week, and that was not intentional. I swear to you, I promise to God that was not intentional. But honestly, life has been lifing. I'm just saying, life has been lifing, and your girl is tired. Your girl is worn out, but I'm here to give you the life update. I also have a Q&A. I did ask you a couple weeks ago to give me some questions on Instagram. If you haven't, add me on Instagram. I'll link all my information down below. That is where I'm most active. So if I'm not on YouTube, I'm definitely on Instagram. Trust me. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into the video. We're just going to get ready for bed after a long night shift. So let's go. So when I tell you life has been lifing, honey, life has been lifing, I'm not even going to lie. I have been a busy bee. And when I say life is lifing, I don't want you to think that it's in the worst way, because it's really not. I mean that in the best possible way as I can say it. I celebrated my anniversary, and you guys have not seen that video yet, but I am going to post it for this Sunday. I just wanted to come back on and let you guys know what's been tea, what's been up, where I've been before I throw those vlogs at you, because then you're gonna be like, girl, what's going on? What happened? Like, what happened? Anyway, so I didn't go on a vacation as planned. I ended up doing something else. You'll see that in the vlogs. However, I did celebrate my 1-year marriage anniversary. Thank you. It was a beautiful time. Me and my husband always have the best time together. We hang out. It's always a blast. So we had a really good time, I'm not gonna lie. And when I came back from my staycation, I literally was on the vacation mode. So I was like, you know what, I'm not even gonna finish vlogging. I ended up going to work 2 days out of the week and took the weekend to myself, trying to recuperate from vacation. When I came back to work on Monday, it was a shit show over there. So your girl was struggling. And your girl was going through it. All in the midst of still being a mom, still going to the gym, prepping for the kids back to school, taking the kids to school. So like, we have family news as well. So first things first, my husband ended up getting a new job. Congratulations to my bae. He literally starts on Monday. So he put in his 2 weeks of work. He got this big job opportunity that he didn't want to give up. So your boy is moving on up in the world, and congratulations to him. I wanted to celebrate him, so I went and got him flowers. We got him a card. We cooked him a dinner. We had a really good time to celebrate him, and he's been prepping for that change. And in the whole midst of him prepping for this job, I also decided that I wanted to go back and go to school. I wanted to get my master's in nursing, and I wanted to do the nurse practitioners program, which is like a piggyback program. It's a 4-year course, and I was like, you know what, I just want to go back to school. So yeah, your girl signed up for school. I take my TS test on September 12th, and I go in for my state exam on the 19th, and your girl starts school October 21st. Okay, I know it's a lot to unpack, but yeah, my life has been literally doing this. My husband got a new job. I am back in college, and then the kids started 6th and 5th grade. Congratulations to them. I had to prep for them. Usually I do a back to school haul in regards to their like book bags, their supplies, and everything else. Girl, I couldn't even do it. I literally waited last minute to do everything, and it was an ongoing thing. Trust me. Literally, my last package that came in was yesterday for my daughter's sneakers. They were like 3 days late coming in. It was just like, every time I ordered something, something was out of stock. They had to replace it. They gave me my money back. It was just so much. I can't even do the back to school haul for you guys like I always do. It was hectic. So on top of that, Azai decides that he wants to grow another 2 teeth on top of his mouth. So he has 2 big front teeth now. When I tell you this little vampire has been biting, fussy, he doesn't want to sleep, and I can't even blame him. Like, I can't blame him. I know he's in pain. So I've been trying to soothe him, make sure that he's okay and stuff like that in the midst of not sleeping and working and going back to school and doing all this other stuff. I am studying as well for my TS test, so I'm studying and I'm still reading the second book of the book that I showed you in the vlog that you'll see on Sunday. So it's a lot. It's a lot to unpack. I've been reading. I've been going to the gym. And your girl lost 2 pounds. Going to the gym within 2 weeks. Works great. I went on vacation, gained the 2 pounds back. So I have not been back to the gym. I maybe went twice since vacation. That is pretty much my life's update. Been so much going on. But yeah, I want to get right into the questions that you guys asked, because I know that's what you're here for. The first question is, how is being a mother of 3? So being a mother of 3 is intense. I feel like anybody who is a parent can tell you how intense it is, no matter what. Like, what, 1, 2, 3 kids? It's intense, but I have a village. Me and my husband, you know, we tag team it. We tag team it and we work together and we do the best that we can. Parenting doesn't come with a guide, honestly. You just try to do your best at the end of the day, and that's all that we can do. Like, we literally give each other 110% effort. There's not one doing 50-50. And if in case it ever was to that point, like, babe, I'm exhausted, I can't give any more than what I gave today, we pick up each other's slack. So like, if he's tired one day and he just don't got it in me, I pick up the slack. If I'm tired one day and I just don't got it in me, he picks up the slack. So having a village is always a blessing, and I don't take it for granted. I remember being a mother of just my youngest 2, and I did it alone. I really did. I'm not gonna even get into too much of that, but I was left to be responsible by myself, and I parented alone. So yeah, I'm doing the best that I can, especially being postpartum, but you take it with ease and you take it day by day, and I think I'm pretty much killing it. I always add something to the plate, and parenting comes with a reward, and that's seeing your kids thrive. And especially for me, I love seeing my kids thrive for the best of the best. Was being married for a year, was it what you thought it would be? So being married is hard. Marriage is hard, I'm gonna say that, you know, because it's not just like a relationship where it's like, oh, you guys are not working out, you guys can up and leave. No, you guys got to stick it through, whether you guys like it or not. If not, we have a family. Like you know what I'm saying? It's just hard. Marriage is hard. Marriage is work. But marriage is a blessing, especially if you marry the right person. Me and John, this year, we've learned a lot about each other. I think we spoke about this like privately, and we learned a lot about each other, especially the fact that friends before we got together, and then we chose to wait to move in together, and then we chose to wait to get married and have a baby. So I feel like for the most part we did everything the correct way, but I think all marriages work, but it's also a blessing. Like, you get to literally spend the rest of your life with the person that you love so much, and you look at them and you build with them, and you're like, wow, like, I never thought I would be here. Like, I look back at how I was back in the day, and if you know, you know. And I see the growth in me, and it's all due to my partner and my hard work. So marriage has been a blessing. It hasn't been easy. It hasn't been easy, but it is worth it. So I guess that's to answer your question. Question number 3, being postpartum, what do you do for you while being a parent and a wife still? Okay, this is a good question. I want to answer it. Making time for you, especially if you're postpartum, I just want to say, making time for you is a must. You have to have a partner that understands that your mental health is very important, especially before you have a baby. So John, when me and John decided that we were going to have a baby, he knew my mental health issues prior. And he knew what pregnancy mental health, like, it could plummet, especially the fact that I'm no longer on meds when I was pregnant, and like, I couldn't do much, especially like, you know, work out as much because I was high risk and stuff like that. So I found the joy in little things. It was hard to keep that up while I was pregnant. Now that I'm postpartum and I have my kid, it's hard to make time for yourself. I'm not gonna lie, it really is, but I make it a priority. So whether if I'm reading a book, I'm going out for drinks, I'm going out to a restaurant, I'm going shopping, or just going to get a coffee by myself on Sunday mornings, taking a walk by myself, like, I make me a priority. You always have to make yourself a priority, especially when you have children. That was something that I told myself that this year I was going to pour into my own cup, and I think I've been doing a great job at doing that. It just took me a while to put myself first, because when you have this baby and you're so in love and you're so attached to this baby, you don't want anyone watching it and stuff like that, your fuel ends up tanking and your mental health ends up tanking as well. So I didn't want that for me, and I knew how bad my mental health was prior. So I just was like, you know what? I'm going to put me first, and I don't care who likes it or who doesn't like it. Like, it's about me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I just make the time. I date myself. I take myself out and I go to the gym. I do healthy activities as well. You know, going to the gym, dieting, taking a walk, going to get your feet done, your nails done, self-care, like stuff like that can change a woman. So if you're going to postpartum, try those outlets and see how it goes for you. Because when I tell you, a lot of my friends that also just had a baby told me, like, damn, I don't even have the time to take a shower. Like, how do you make time? And I'm like, because I will put that baby down and be like, you know what, you can cry for 5 minutes while I shower. Like, that's just me being a priority to myself. Like, if I'm not healthy and my mental state is not good, how am I going to be great for my kids, you know? So yeah, just make time for yourself. Someone was trying to be funny about this, and I'm going to add it and I'm going to leave it in here, but different baby dads and still having children is crazy. So I wanted to speak about how my prior pregnancies were attached to trauma, and how I found a person that I was willing to go all out with and extend my love. Like, my son is literally a figure of love. So are my other kids. Like, obviously they're made with love. Like, I love my children. Without them I would be absolutely nothing. But the relationships that I was in back then were not as healthy as the one I'm in now. So when I tell you this, I'm saying that I was cheated on in my prior pregnancy, and I was played with, was disrespected. I was literally, like, dumb. I was dumb. I was dumb and young. And I literally had children with, to be quite frank, with someone I didn't know as well. I got pregnant right away. I done told that story on my channel before. If you want, I'll link it down below so you guys can watch that story. But yeah, my prior pregnancies were filled with trauma. I also did it alone because half of the time incarceration was in play. And yeah, like, that's the best that I can get it. You were trying to be funny and trying to think that you were hurting my feelings. But if my husband came to me again today and was like, baby, I want another baby. Baby, with the way that love that man gives me, I'm like, okay, no problem. Like, at the end of the day, because I'm just so in love with him, and it's the pregnancy that I had was a blessing. The experience that I had with giving birth to Azai was a blessing as well, and I didn't have that. Like, I remember being in the room alone for my doctor's visits, for when I gave birth. Like, the dad wasn't there while I gave birth both times, so to have a different experience, and I got to enjoy that. Like, yeah, I would do it all over again 1,000 times. So you thought you was being funny, but I'm funnier. Moving on. I'm gonna ask, do you miss being single? No, I miss how I used to be in the day. Like, I miss the fun Rosa. Sometimes I have to remind myself that I'm not just a mom, I'm not just a wife, I am still Rosa. So that I miss, but being single, no, I don't miss. The next question is, what are some boundaries you have now that you are married and with your children? My boundaries are, don't disrespect me, respect my home, and respect my marriage, and respect what I ask of you. So if I'm telling you these are our boundaries and you quite frankly disrespect me, that's not respecting my boundaries. I'm going to cut you off. If I tell you this is my home, this is where I have my foundation, this is my sanctuary, if you come into my home and you disrespect it, yeah, that's something I would cut you off for. My kids, everybody knows not to play with me about my kids. So yeah, I quite literally will go to jail for mine. So yeah, that's just goes to say altogether that I have boundaries, and I don't care who you are. If you're not going to respect them, you'll be cut off. I don't care. Like, I'm at a place in my life where family is no longer family, because my family is who I live with, who I see every day, who I birthed, who I, make love to, who I am around 24/7. I love you. I can love you from a distance, but if you're going to disrespect me, then that's it. And the same thing goes as friends. I don't care how long of a friendship we had. If you reach out only when you want to, or when it benefits you, or if you don't attend my kids' birthday parties, my birthday part, like stuff like that, things that are important to me, we no longer have a friendship, babe. There is none, okay? Any body updates? Yeah, so the body updates, pretty much I lost 28 pounds altogether since I gave birth. I'm trying to get down to a nice whopping healthy, maybe 130 pounds. I have quite few more pounds to go, but I'm not rushing it. If you're asking about my breast augmentation, it is still in the works. I already officially stopped breastfeeding, so I'm going to be getting that. And if you're asking if I'm going to do another BBL, I might not do a BBL. I might just do lipo. I definitely want to lipo my arms and my double chin. So yeah, that's all the updates I have for you. What's next for you and your family? The next thing for me and my family is obviously John is starting a new job. He starts literally in a couple of days, and I am going to be in school for my nurse practitioner license. I'm super excited. I always said when I was a child that I wanted to be a doctor, so being a nurse practitioner is damn near right there, and I'll be the first in my whole entire family, which makes me super duper proud. And I also be the first in my husband's family, so I have something to work for. I have children watching me, and I can't fail. There's no excuse to fail. I cannot fail. I have high hopes and high expectations of myself, and I'm just gonna do the best that I can. Hopefully with our new jobs, our new careers, that we'll be house hunting soon. Hopefully, I pray if we move out of here in December, I pray that we at least move into a bigger apartment so that we can settle there for a year, 2 years, 3 years maybe, and then get our house. If not, we'll stay here another year, and then maybe we'll get a house the following year. I'm not rushing for the house as of right now because the market is very bad, but that's the end goal. So yeah, that is really all. The last question that I'm going to answer is, do you want any more children? I personally do not want any more children. I always pictured myself with having 2 children, my boy and my girl. I had my pair. What else was there to have? Then I got with my husband, and he gave me a different perspective. He gave me a different outlook, and honestly, quite frankly, I was immediately okay with giving him another child, and we have the child. And now I'm saying personally, as of right now, which I am taking precautions on not to have children. But right now, I don't want children. Is it up in the air? Maybe. I don't know. The other day, my dad told me, oh, I had a dream that you told me you were pregnant again. And I said, for real? He was like, yeah. So maybe, are you pregnant? And I'm like, no. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm not. At the time, I was on birth control, which is a whole nother update. I ended up taking a birth control that was giving me really bad migraines, and my doctor recommended me to do an MRI because my dad had a tumor in his brain before, so he just wanted to make sure that it's not a tumor that can be passed down from family history. So I did that. Everything was clear, so I just ended up changing my birth control. The birth control that I was on was okay. I was on it for a month, but it quite literally was changing my whole personality. My husband even said, like, babe, I don't know, the way you've been acting, you know, with this birth control, like, it's different. You're not the same. The spark is not there anymore. So I just ended up stopped taking birth control altogether, and we're just gonna do the calendar method. I keep trying to get on birth control, and it just doesn't work out for me. So maybe it's just not in my favor. But right now, we don't want any more. We want to watch Azai grow up, and that is it. Like, that's it. Hey, you guys, so I'm all ready for bed. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for chilling with me and getting to reacquainted with what's going on in my life. Hope my family takes a well to the change that's awaiting us. But until next time, you guys, I'm out for bed. I'll see you on the vlog.